Hi, it's Tony. You're in Pop Pop's workshop, and today we're going to make an upgrade. We've had this system, hodgepodge. It's worked, but as you can see, the filters, they fill up pretty quickly. They're not, I didn't break down and get the fancy MERV 8 or 13 or whatever the MERV rating is, and then you can tell, really the back of it, how cruddy it gets. We were having to blow it out a lot and heard a lot of noise from the motor recently, so I don't know how much longer that fan has for life. I'm going to blow it out and use it for something different, but this has been taken down. Watch the video and see what we've replaced this with. All right, so as you saw from the opening, we've got an air filtration system. Honest to goodness one, not like, if you look up here, not like our box fan. Now that's done okay. It's done, we'll call it adequate, but this is my first big boy, real genuine air filtration system from Wen. We went with Wen because the Wen products we've had so far are quality and they're inexpensive. Some people will say cheap. I will not say cheap. They are working well for us here in the shop. And with our limited finances due to my problems in the past, my health problems, this is what we can afford at this moment. So thank goodness Wen is here to fill that void. So basically you've got the air filtration unit, control panel on the front, but it's got a remote, which is going to be great because I can just lay that with my other remotes and I can turn it on. I can program it to go on and off at a specific time so that I can have it run for an hour or something after I leave the shop. All that fine dust that settles down over time and gets on everything, well, this will kind of take care of that problem. Plus it'll pull the heat around a little bit better in here, make it a little more even heating. So multi benefits to this unit. So it's got all the things you need. The one thing that's not included is batteries. I'll have to put batteries in the remote. So batteries not included, folks. But it's just a simple matter of pulling these bolts out here, putting these bolts in, and we'll just kind of run through how quick and easy that is on one of these. So that one pops out. Super simple. Take one of your padded hanger bolts, put that on the proper way, thread it on there a little bit. Now you may have to adjust these depending on how you hang it from the ceiling. You might have to tighten them or loosen them at some point. But yeah, then tighten that nut down and that stays where it's at. I'll probably put these two facing this way. These two I'll have facing this way. So they're opposing, so if it moves, they're not all sliding out the same way. It kind of helps to secure it a little bit better. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and finish setting this up. Then we'll run our little hooks into the ceiling, and we'll take that down, and we'll put this up. So that'll be the next few steps. You may see some montage clips of me taking that down and putting the other one up. All right, as you saw in the video, we've upgraded to a real air filtration system. We got the Wen. As I've said in the past, I've got a Wen 7¼ track saw. Love the thing, works wonderfully. We got an a dust collector that's also a Wen that sits outside the garage where we've got the ability now to have a real dust collection system. I know it's not as big and fancy, but we can make upgrades to it. It's working great so far. And this air filtration system has a lot of nice features that you can't get just turning on a fan. For instance, with the remote, I can turn it on. I can go from low, medium, high speed, and that really moves quite a bit of air. But something else I can do is this has got a timer. So now I can set for an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, or off, so that when I'm in the shop, I can then set that to run for an hour or 2 hours after I leave the shop. Now that's important because anybody that's got one of these realizes Before this, you left the shop after a day of woodworking or a couple of hours, you came back in, there's fine dust everywhere. Well, run this for an hour or two after you leave the shop, and it's going to continue to filter out that air and all those fine particulates that take their sweet time about coming down off the ceiling. And it's going to pull those through and get rid of that. And it's going to seriously reduce the amount of fine dust that you come back in and find settled on your projects. God forbid your finish. All those things that create a havoc from that fine dust. And it's not healthy for you. So it's making your shop a safer space. So this is really, in essence, another form of PPE in the shop. So it's pretty inexpensive. I'll put a link to my Amazon shop where I got this from. We're not an affiliate, not sponsored. Hashtag not sponsored one, just so you know. And I'll put a link so where you can go and check that out if you want to get into air filtration in your shop. We want to thank you for taking your time to watch us struggle sometimes, taking down and putting up, but we got it done. Nobody was killed or maimed in the making of this video, so that's always good. But thanks again for taking the time to watch us get through this. We appreciate that. It's really, really helpful to our very small channel. So if you think we've earned it, subscribe, like, do all the things, all the bells and whistles if you want to. But we appreciate you watching no matter what. So thanks again. And remember, you can do this.